Have you ever woken up and thought to yourself, today's the day I'm going to make some big changes. I'm going to go to sleep on time. I'm going to eat healthy all day, and I'm not going to be mean to that girl Karen at work. But as the day progresses, you start to lose that momentum a little bit. The stress piles up. You have no coping mechanisms and you're just exhausted. You need some change. So I am here to tell you that you're not alone. There is a lot of people who struggle with this issue. So whatever that bad habit might be, nail biting, eating too much, eating unhealthily, being rude to people, I'm here to tell you that it's okay. We are accepting of our bad habits. We acknowledge them and we're going to work on them today. Hi, Vicus. Welcome. It's nice to see you here. I am doing great. I can't wait to talk to the community. I've missed you guys. I feel like it's been a minute. And yeah, I've got a lot of fun stuff planned for today. Firstly, let's talk about my bad habits. Something that I'm working on is getting to the gym more often. That's right. So I've decided to challenge myself and try out something new, rock climbing. So that's very exciting. I know you'd think from the thumbnail it would be karate, but no, I'm not so bold. Maybe I'll build myself up to the specific karate chopping. I've always wanted to try karate, and I did as a kid. I think I made it up to yellow belt when I was like 10. And then I was just a little goober, didn't have the concentration for this kind of sport. So my parents eventually pulled me out because I was just not paying attention. Hey, Matt, how are you doing? Welcome, guys. Oh, the Lady Bruce Lee. Yes, that would be great. Do they have a pink belt? I think that would be my favorite. And leave it in the comments, guys, if you have any karate experience. Let me know what belt you're at. And if you didn't see my community post, I do have some exciting news. But guess what? I'm going to tell you at the very end. That's right. I'm going to save it, build up a little anticipation, guys, of what this big news is. But it has to do with you. Specifically, this good news is to do with you guys. And yeah, I don't want to give it away, so I'm going to leave it there. But if you are looking to work on your bad habits, maybe just reflect right now. Self-reflect and think about maybe one goal or two or several that you're hoping to work on, and kind of figuring out from there why this is. Let's just break it down, okay? So bad habits, why do we have them? Right from my therapist-y experience, it kind of comes down to a few things. So firstly, it's something comfortable for you, right? We have this like lizard brain, this little primitive part of our brains that just want rewards, right? It's called the basal ganglia that's mostly associated with it. And if you've ever seen that meme where there's like that lizard from the movie Disney's Hopper, and it's just pressing the button, it just goes lizard, 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 lizard. That's kind of like your basal ganglia. It's just looking for that dopamine hit. It's just looking for comfortability. It's like your autopilot, right? It just wants to do something over and over again because it feels good. Hey, hello there. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I see you. Thanks for giving me a little wave. And guys, please give this a thumbs up if you're here. I'd love to see how many people are in the chat. And give it a thumbs up if you've done karate too. I'd love to hear about your karate stories. I remember back then I had to break the board when I was a kid. Couldn't do it. Nope. Maybe I'll give it another try to vindicate my younger self, prove that I can. All right, so there's this part of us that's a little lizard brain. Hitting that button, lizard, 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 just wants that positive reinforcement. But then we have this, logical part of our brains. And this is what makes us human too, the prefrontal cortex. That's the front of your brain. That is who you are really. It's got your personality. It's kind of like the CEO, executive functioning part of your brain. It's the part that wants to make good decisions. And every day it might say, really positive things, right? Like we should eat a salad and go to bed early. But then this part of you gets exhausted. We live in a really fast-paced society where we are expected to do a lot. In this economy, forget about it, right? You have to be working like 24/7 just to keep afloat. So it makes a lot of sense that many people are struggling with this. Oh, the chat is blowing up, guys. Thank you for leaving comments. Hey, you say you wish you learned karate, but not the real thing. But that is cool stuff from the movies. Oh my gosh, yeah, guys, what's your favorite action movie? I used to love, well, I still do, Jackie Chan. I'm gonna shut my window here. Jackie Chan is goals. He is such a sweetheart. I feel like we would be friends. Yeah, so maybe that's something that I want to work on. Breaking the bad habit of limiting myself, saying, oh, I'm not strong enough yet to try karate. That's something I could work on, absolutely. Yeah, so we got our CEO, we got our autopilot, and they're fighting against each other sometimes, right? So the message I want to say is you're not weak if you keep falling into your bad habits. You're just fighting millions of years of evolution, firstly, and also a world that is built to not really sustain good mental health, let's be honest. But the good news is when we're in this community together, when we're talking, venting out our stresses in our ways, then we're kind of causing our stress to reduce, right? We're feeling better about it, and that's the good news. Vicus, you love Fist of Fury, starring Bruce Lee. Very nice. It sounds like, Vicus, you like Bruce Lee more than Jackie Chan, but I'll forgive you. David, hello, good morning. I'm doing great. I can't wait to share my big news at the end of this video. It's gonna be wonderful. Enter the Dragon was great too. I haven't seen that one, but that sounds good. Oh man, I haven't watched like any action movies in a while. I've been watching a lot of Bollywood movies. RRR was excellent. I don't know if that would be considered karate, but it was pretty good. David with the facts. He says Bruce Lee is 5'8"3/4. That's pretty cool. You know a lot of facts about height, David. That's what I like about you. Okay, so as you know, if you've been to my live streams before, I like to discuss specifically characters, pop culture and how it applies to our topic. So when I think about bad habits, I kind of think about Wile E. Coyote. He's always chasing after that roadrunner, isn't he? Always trying to catch that roadrunner, but every single time, his plan kind of blows up in his face, right? You know, he could try different strategies, but it's still failing him, right? It's because his brain is kind of stuck in this craving loop, right? I mean, he does need to eat, of course, but it seems like he does have a house with food in it. He just really wants to specifically eat this guy, if you know the lore of Wile E. Coyote. That's just kind of his white whale. He needs to catch this guy. But instead of kind of focusing on that, his method is hurting him time and time again. He just can't let go of that reward. He'll keep chasing it and get hurt. Yeah. So that's really a good example. Also, sometimes I feel like I'm in Groundhog Day, with Bill Murray, where he's just stuck on a loop. He wakes up, he's like, I'm gonna have a great day, and then he does the exact same thing over and over. I mean, the plot is different. He's aware he's stuck in a loop, but sometimes it feels like that when you just cannot, for the life of you, change these habits. So if you guys know anything about me, I used to struggle with drinking. I used to really love my drinking. So that's why Groundhog Day kind of resonates with me. I used to feel like I was like, let's go, good habits, and then fail. And then the next morning, let's go, let's do it, and fail. How did I break this? Well, I'm here to share with you some of the techniques that work. Bugsy, he got great determination, that's for sure. Absolutely. Wile E. Coyote, he's got a lot of great attributes as well. Matt Frank, Plankton from SpongeBob. Yes, that's an amazing one. Yeah, Plankton's got issues, man. Like, just make your own burger. Just make it your own unique burger. But no, he's got to have the Krusty Krab burger, right? And then he's just like wasting his life away, chasing a dream that's not even really his. So absolutely, if he just believed in himself, maybe he could make a burger even better than the Krusty Krabs or something different. I don't know. Come on, Plankton. Oh, Vicus, thanking David. That's great one. David, you said, what about Vitsagautam? I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, Bugsy, he does make it an advantage. You're right. A, you love Loop and time travel films. I'm assuming you like the movie Loop then. That was an interesting one. I can't really remember the plot too well. Do you like Doctor Who? I love Doctor Who. That is like my happy show. I should really get back into it. I kind of stopped after. I watched a little bit of the female doctor and then fell off. David says, host has 3 out of 8 bodyguards. Yeah, I guess so, huh? I said I would add Penguin to the mods. I don't know how often they catch the live streams, but if I see Penguin, guys, remind me to add them to the moderators. Bugsy. Yeah, it was a problem for sure. But that was 8 years ago. So I can tell you guys, even if you feel really, really low in that, you can't change. Absolutely, you can if you get the right support. Vicus, thanks for forgiving you, Joe. Nothing personal with Jackie Chan. You like him too. That's okay. That's okay. Everybody has their favorites. I mean, to be fair, I think Bruce Lee has better hair than Jackie Chan. I have seen the Chronicles of Narnia. Yes, I have. Chronicles of Narnia, I read as a kid, loved it. I remember feeling super jealous of the kids who got to be in the movie because I was like right around that age. And I was like, I wish I was like a child actor and got into the Chronicles of Narnia. That would have been lit. David's got a fact of the day. SpongeBob has been going on since 1997. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Is SpongeBob still going? That's pretty crazy. It's catching up to The Simpsons, I guess. Or is The Simpsons still going? I don't know. Bugsy Malone. You struggle sometimes with it also. Oh, Bugsy, I'm sorry to hear that. But it's good that you're self-aware. If you start to figure out that you are struggling, that's the first step, right? Acknowledging that it's a problem and breaking down where you're struggling. So is the drinking triggered by, is it triggered by stress? And you don't have to share anything that you don't want to. But yeah, it's figuring out what the triggers are. Honestly, if it's really something you want to explore more, you can check out free online assessments. It kind of helps break down specific things around drinking. So maybe you didn't even realize you had problematic drinking, because some people think that they don't have a problem because they just drink a lot over the weekends, but they're able to maintain it sobriety throughout the week. But the fact that they're drinking like 20 drinks over the weekend is causing significant problems in their life. That's the definition, right? Things are healthy as long as they're not becoming a problem in your life and they're not hurting you. So I guess that's where you kind of find the balance there. Sylvester and Tweety, you guys are giving some really great examples here. I thought I saw putty cat. Oh my gosh. Fun fact, my parents won a giant sandwich from Subway. It was like, well, I'm in vertical right now, but basically my wingspan, because they did the best Sylvester impersonation on the radio. They got a big sandwich. Kind of a random prize, but hey, better than no giant sandwich, right? Matt Frank, yeah, for sure. Yeah, problems in life you try to forget, but then just realize you got to deal with it and do it. Yeah, but just remember, you don't have to deal with it alone, especially for the drinking things. It can be really helpful to have a support. There's tons of support groups out there for a lot of different like habits or issues that you're having. You'd be surprised. I would always kind of recommend going with one that's like a registered one or hosted by like a professional, just so you're getting the proper support that you need. Also, if you ever are struggling with mental health, you can look up hotlines. There's always free hotlines to help you connect with the resources that you need. Hey, J Prime, welcome. I hope you're doing well too. Guys, if you haven't yet, please do a thumbs up on this video. I got some big news for you at the end, and it'll explain why I am asking for so many thumbs up, because it's exciting and it deserves some thumbs up today. You're pretty sure Iqbal Bro can help you watch those movies. Yeah, that's right. What if your bad habits, A is asking, what if your bad habits are hurting you, but prevent you from getting better? Eat time or some money, not all, but consistently. That's a good question. So you're saying that you're not quite sure if this is an issue for you yet, but you feel like it's not hurting you? Eat time or some money, but not consistently. Yeah, that's a great question. Basically, you're saying you're not sure if it's like actually a problem or not. And I think if you're wondering if it is a problem, it's a good time to kind of dive deeper into it, right? That's basically you saying, I'm exploring this because maybe it doesn't fit with what I want out of life or what I want out of myself. If it's starting to feel like it's becoming out of control, that's when it's time to not judge yourself, but just say, maybe this is not aligning with what I want out of life, so I'm going to make this a priority to change. I'm going to take some time, some extra energy to really focus and tackle this. So for example, if it's a drinking thing, you can really just say, I'm going to slow things down and I'm going to ask my friends to support me. You know, like if we're going out to the clubs or something, I'm going to ask them to be my accountability partners, and I'm only going to have like 2 drinks, for example. Or if you're struggling at home, just saying, okay, I'm not going to bring any drinks in my house. I'm going to leave them outside, like not going to bring them in or give them away. And the only time I will have it is if I go out with people, and limit it from there. Those are just some examples to create like some space, right? If those things are in your facility, if it's an eating issue too, like if you just love junk food and once it's in your house, you eat the whole thing. I have that problem with giant bags of chips, guys. Like, oh my gosh, if I have a giant bag of chips, I will eat the whole thing. I just love chips so much. So I only buy smaller bags, right? You can find chips everywhere. So I know in my mind, that's my logic. It's not like I'm gonna run out of chips anytime in the world. It's like a special treat for me. If I'm like going out in my car, picking up gas, I'll buy like a little bag of chips. And that's my special treat. Again, I'm not trying to deprive myself fully. Sometimes people need that, just fully cut off from like drinking in order to recover. And that's okay too. It just varies from person to person. David is giving non-facts. That is not a fact, David. Stop lying in the chat, David. He always likes to lie about my age and sometimes my height. I am Spirit. Welcome. Keep reading books that are wrong. I appreciate that. I respect spirit. You don't have to agree with me. That's the wonderful thing. The freedom of speech, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, David, why? Okay, so let's dive back into it. Let's talk about specific ways to kind of outsmart that lizard brain autopilot. Okay, so if your willpower is starting to run low, what can you do, right? There are specific techniques that we use in therapy that you can try out this week. If you'd like, this is our 4-part experiment, okay? So hack number 1 is called the 20-second friction rule. So since your lizard brain loves convenience, if you want to stop doing something, make it take 20 seconds longer to do it. So if you want to stop scrolling in bed, you got to put your charger somewhere else. And I think I talked about this hack, because this works for me too. Putting your charger like downstairs or just away from you. All right, so then you have to plug it in, come back to your bed. It takes 20 more seconds to get out of bed, go get your phone, and start strolling again. So it just gives you just enough time for that logic-y part of your brain to wake up and say, wait, we don't actually want to do this. We actually do want to get some sleep tonight. Yeah, just creating that little bit of space. If you can create 20 seconds, that is often very helpful to break those bad habits. Again, like the food, for example, if you put it out of sight, and again, this is like psychological experiments on how to arrange your kitchen in order to make it the most effective for like healthy eating, like having those apples and oranges out on the counter, right? And then putting, your snacks way in the basement, like all your junk foods and pops and stuff, maybe, I don't know, in a separate place in the basement somewhere else or out of sight. That can be helpful too, because your brain is just like, I'm hungry, grab the thing closest to me. If it's healthy, you have a lot more likely of a chance to grab that healthy thing. What do you guys think of this first hack? Have you ever used it before? Let me know in the comments. Yes or no? How do I do the polls again? Let's see. Oh, start a poll. Have you used start poll? Oh, also guys, they gave me access to something brand new. It's called Gems. I don't know if you can see them in the chat, but basically they said that instead of stickers, you can buy gems or something and they'll like pop up in the feed. I've never heard of such a thing, but again, YouTube's always coming up with the coolest randomness stuff you could think of, which is super fun and exciting. Live chat. Let me see if I can find it here. No, I don't see it. So maybe it hasn't popped up yet. But yeah, it's like, how you can send hearts and stuff? Apparently now you can send little gems, so that's fun. David, what are you saying now? David, you better be telling the truth in the comments here. Okay, yeah, he's still just making stuff up. David, cut it out. Another fact of the day, most people stop growing in their 10s or 21 years old. Some rare conditions, some people grow until 39. I do believe that. Yeah, I remember the Guinness Book of World Records. He's very tall. Oh, wow, we got 60% saying yes. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys know about this one. You have said that fact already, David, but for those who haven't heard it yet, great fact. Having less of those things in the house in general. Yes. Oh, thanks, Vicus. You like this one. You're so lazy, so lack of convenience works for you. 100%. That's me too. Okay, guys, experiment number 2 that you can work on. It's called surfing the urge. This one I really I struggle with because I am such a impulsive person sometimes. But when you're craving that thing, that bad habit, let's say chips for me, for example, right? Since you show that emotional craving, typically these like cravings only last for a little while, like a minute to 2 minutes, right? You get this like big urge to do something. So I'm trying to think of something tasty in my house right now. Okay, popcorn. I have popcorn kernels. And this is another thing. I don't buy those big bags of popcorn. I have the kernels because it takes longer to cook. Therefore, less convenient for me. Yeah. So something you could do is just riding that craving for about 90 seconds, like a few minutes. Instead of fighting it, just tell yourself you can do the habit, but you have to wait until this timer goes off. Just sit there and kind of like meditate on it. For those who like hypnosis, this is a good option. You just sit there and be in that feeling, that craving, feeling it rise and fall like a wave. Like a lot of times by that, 2-3 minute mark, that craving is gone. And that's the funny thing. Being so self-aware can be a game changer when it comes to bad habits. It's like I'm biting my nails, right? It's like, oh, I really want to bite my nails. Okay, I'm just going to set a timer. I can bite my nails in 3 minutes, right? You just allow yourself to be in that, okay, I really want to bite this nail now. And then you start questioning it, right? You're like, oh, you can kind of feel that like CEO logic-y brain kicking in, like, why am I doing this? I don't actually want to bite my nails. This is just an impulsive thing, isn't it? Ah, dang it. So by that time that thing goes off, you're like, I'm going to leave it. I hope that's a good example. Let's see if you guys have done this one. I'm having a poll day, guys. We love the polls. Have you tried hack 2? And let's check in with the comments here. If you grow after 39, you have gigantis. Is that what it's called? Interesting. Do I look like a CEO? Oh my gosh. Technically, I am a CEO of my own company. My company of one. Well, now 2, now that I have an editor. I think they count. Hi, Miriam. How are you doing today? We're talking bad habits. Oh, I love your name. That's a beautiful long name. I won't try to attempt to say the whole thing because I don't want to say it wrong. But how are you doing? Miriam, do you have any bad habits that you'd like to break? Feel free to share. Spiritually, the suit jacket. Yes. Very professional look. I'm always trying different ones, but I feel like the blazers, I had a blazer era. You can watch in my older videos back in the day. And I'm bringing them back, guys. I'm bringing them back. They've been sitting in my closet for so long, and I'm like, oh, there you are. I'm very much like comfy, cozy clothes. I don't know about you guys. I find my fashion has to be comfortable. I just cannot do the uncomfy clothes. What turns a good habit bad? Bugsy, that is a great question. I love that. So what turns a good habit bad? I would say when it starts to become inconvenience in your life, right? Example. So gym is a great habit to have. But when it comes to the point where, say, you're canceling big plans, you can't go to your friend's, I was going to say bar mitzvah. You can't go to your friend's bar mitzvah because you have to go to the gym every Tuesday. That's gym day, right? Then it's starting to think, maybe this is becoming an issue, right? Like it's starting to conflict with the things that I want out of life because you feel like you have to do it, or it's like kind of impulsive. So that's a good time to check in and say, this is starting to become a problem. So I just need to be more flexible. Or for example, like good, bad habits can go both ways. So healthy eating, for example, you're really starting to restrict too much and it's starting to become unhealthy. Okay, it's time to check in. Is this really a good habit anymore? And it's checking the facts, right? It's saying, am I eating enough to maintain, my weight? No. Am I getting enough nutrients? No. Is my doctor recommending me something different? No. So it can be hard to see it yourself sometimes. And if you're worried that one of your good habits have turned bad, sometimes that's a good time to talk to a professional, right? To just talk it out. Do an assessment if that's something that you're worried about too. Always good to see professionally if you need help. Matt, okay, so it seems like a lot of more people than I thought had tried out that hack before. That one's a bit more rare than our first hack. We've got the 20-second friction rule, so making space for you to not do the habit, surfing the urge, so just really being in that feeling for a few minutes, and hopefully it dissipates as it usually does. Hack number 3 is called the I don't identity shift. So words can actually change the way that you think. Fake it until you make it is a real thing, guys, okay? It might not seem like the case, but it really is. So if someone offers you, say, a smoke, and you say, oh, I can't, I'm trying to quit, right? You're telling your brain that you were a smoker who's just depriving themselves. However, if you say, I don't smoke, you're stepping into a new identity, okay? Because I can't is a restriction, but I don't is an empowered choice. Exactly. So that is just a really good example of just a small change can make such a big difference with the way you feel about your choice too. And I think that's worked a lot with me when it comes to drinking as well. I used to have like a bit of anxiety going out with people, like, oh, it's going to be really hard. I'm going to have to explain why I don't have to drink anymore. No, you just say, I don't drink. And if somebody says why, you say, it's personal choice. Simple as that. That's the good news. Like if you are able to switch up the way that you talk about yourself, big difference, guys. Be kind to yourself like a friend. I always use that in therapy. If you treat yourself like a friend, hey, you're going to have a good time. Because often we're the meanest bullies in our lives, to ourselves. Has anybody heard of this one? Let's see if people have tried this hack. Have you tried hack 3? And also, guys, if you're not subscribed yet, you can take a look and watch the number go up. Our little subscription button counter down there is a fun little thing I figured out how to do recently. Look at technological Joe rocking it. Yeah, Matt, absolutely. It's kind of, it just sneaks up on you, unfortunately. It really does. You could be trying to be healthy and then it just goes too far. Absolutely. Vicus, someday you'll be having a bunch of employees in my company where I will be the boss. Yeah, that would be great. Hopefully one day I'll be able to do my YouTubes and then have, supervise some therapists. And yeah, that would be the dream. Did you guys forget about the good news yet? It's coming up. I'm going to tell you guys soon, but not yet. Any guesses of what the good news is? You guys, I don't think you'll be able to guess it, but it's something to do with you. Vicus, someday you will be having a bunch. Oh, wait, I already read that. Vicus, Joe, that's absolutely right. Being happy is the most important thing. Definitely. Having an idea of where you want to go in life is fun too. Do you guys know where you want to go in life? What's your biggest dreams? Yeah, because therapy is sometimes all about reaching your fullest potential. And some people think that's like pushing themselves really hard, but not necessarily. It can be due to the fact that you just want to be happy in life. If that's reaching your fullest potential, you want to live a quiet, happy life, let's make it happen, right? If you decide you want to have the world's biggest Pokemon collection without going broke, let's do it. Let's do it. If that's what you want to do, wonderful. And that's the beautiful thing about life, guys. If you just appreciate and are curious about other people's experience, that's why we have such a great community on here. It's such a respectful community. I can hear the curiosity from everybody in our chats, the genuine caringness that we're all human. We're all here just trying to have a good time, just trying to live our lives and feel a little bit better about ourselves. And I think that's beautiful. Oh, what's the good news? I'm not hearing any guesses. Maybe I won't say until people start to guess. June Z, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Do you have any bad habits there, June Z? We're just talking bad habits and how to get over them. Seems like a few people have tried talking to themselves a bit better. That's great. I think that's personally my favorite one, the most powerful one. Matt Frank says, your guess is that you are now able to offer therapy outside of Canada. Oh my gosh, I wish. I think I'm still working on something to do with that. I definitely can't offer therapy, but I am thinking about making a course for people that they can purchase themselves, which will be very similar, but unfortunately it wouldn't be customized to you. So that would be the difference. You just joined my live. Junes, I'm so glad you're here. Have you subscribed, Junes? Make sure you're subscribed. Oh, $6 Million Man is back. Hello. Oh my gosh, your heart is breaking for the world and you don't know how to cope or process ideas. $6 Million Man. I can completely relate with you. Things are looking a little scary out there. And this is kind of a safe space to just chill and relax. I don't talk about politics in here, but let me tell you guys, I will be doing a nice relaxing mindfulness hypnosis session on basically to feel like you're at peace, okay? Things are really scary out there, but you have to focus on what's in your control, right? What is in control is that you can help people, you can make a change to your community, you can, stand up for the things that you feel are right, and that's what's in your control. If you focus on the things that are outside of your control, things can start to spiral. So I hope that's helpful. And again, just taking things one step at a time. We can't change things overnight, so we just got to take these smaller steps. Yeah, my heart breaks for you too, $6 Million Man, and I hope you feel better soon. It is a lot for sure, but in this space here, we're just going to be talking about how to improve that headspace, how we can make that a nice place to be, because that's all we have. Oh, Manny is back. Welcome. How are you doing? Guys, I don't know if you heard, but I got some big news that I'm going to share at the end of this. Some very exciting stuff. And make sure you're subscribed if you aren't yet. Cheese crackers. My qualifications are my master's in qualifying psychology. I got a degree in applied sciences. I got a few little psychology certs, like in the Gottman method for couples, counseling. What else do I have? I am certified in clinical hypnosis from the University of Toronto. Just, I don't like to brag, but you asked, so thank you for asking. Wow, I haven't thought about all I've accomplished in a while, so that's nice. Thank you guys for subscribing and following me. I do appreciate it. It's nice to actually find a use for all of my random knowledge, my special interest. Okay, let's go on to hack 4, guys. To hack 4, we're talking about hacks to break the bad habits if you just joined in. And bad habits are not just for your brain trying to solve a problem, okay? So we're going to try to find the real reward. That is hack 4. So for example, if you're snacking right, the few hours at the end of your work, maybe you don't actually want that food. Maybe you're just bored and you're really stressed from work, okay? So some people, very common thing, they have like a snack drawer, right? And they start eating out of it when they're stressed. If that's the case, switch it out, right? We talked about moving things further away from you just to prevent any mindless kind of snacking or bad habits, but try something else, okay? All right, I want to snack because I'm stressed. I want to snack because I'm bored. Okay. I just need to stop being bored, stop being stressed. So maybe you try taking a walk around the office or like talking to your coworker friend, just swapping out that routine a little bit, right? If the craving goes away, then you solve the mystery, right? You have to be a scientist for your own brain and figure out what exactly it is that's like keeping this bad habit around. And if you're able to substitute it and scratch that itch, whatever it is, then that's how you resolve that bad habit, right? Maybe you just needed a change of scenery, some fresh air. Exactly. Cheese and crackers, you think giving general advice about psychological issues? Yeah. I think you're a very good point. You got to be careful, right, of who you're accepting advice from. I totally agree with you. You guys can check out the CRPO, double check that I am somebody that is registered. I am a qualifying, that's why I have it there. Not quite there yet. I have 15 hours of supervision left before I become fully qualified. I passed the exam. I got all the one-on-one hours documented. So guys, we're very close there too, but that's not the big news. It isn't. Manny, that happens to you as well. You eat a lot whenever I am stressed. Yeah, I agree. That is my issue too. My big thing is drive-thrus as well. Oh my gosh, I love drive-thrus. I'm like, I don't want to get out of my car. I just want to, if I'm traveling somewhere, I'll go get my, look at this. I got my little Tim Hortons coffee here right now. And this actually, guys, have you ever heard of roll up the rim? So Canadians go absolutely wild for roll up the rim. Basically, what you do, you roll up here, and there could be a prize under the rim of your coffee. So let's see if I won. Let's do a live, oh my gosh, am I doing like an unboxing right now? I don't think I've ever. Usually I bite the rim. Arr. Flattering. Please play again. You see it? Is it gonna? Rats. I haven't won a single roll up the rim this season. Ugh. Freaking rude. But yeah, you can win all sorts of cool stuff, like a Volkswagen, a trip to Rio. Oh no, Rio Hotels, doesn't say where. But yeah, very cool concept. Oh my gosh. So I think last year they switched from the paper roll up the rims to digital. Canadians were not pleased. We love to roll up the rim, okay? Do not replace it with digital. So we complained so much that they brought it back, which is pretty funny. Yeah, exactly. It's just tips and tricks. I'm not trying to diagnose anybody, and this is just general knowledge stuff. Qualifying psychotherapist. Oh, thanks, Vicus. That's very nice. No, cheese and crackers, like, you're absolutely entitled to your opinion. That's completely fair. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you've done that, but that's okay. That's your right to do it if you'd like. Oh, thank you. Okay, guys, so let's see. I'm gonna do the poll. But if you've tried hack number 5 or 4, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's all the hacks. You guys can always give it a try in your own time. If you'd like. And I feel like we're coming up to the end, so maybe I will share that special news now. Are you guys ready for the news? Maybe. Okay, maybe I'll do a quick mindfulness before I share it. So guys, if you'd like, this is just like a nice little way of kind of visualizing letting go of those bad habits, okay? Hi, J Prime. Hi. Oh my gosh, Sachin. Nice to see you here. Welcome. It's nice to see you back. Vicus. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. It's all right. They're in their right to do what they think is right. Butterfly effect. Yeah. So I was just going to do some like a little mindfulness. Butterfly is like this. So it's basically just doing some like eye fixation here. And if you'd like, you can follow along. If not, you can just say mentally, I'm not going to do it today. But basically, I'm just going to get you to look at my hands here if you'd like. And I'm just going to take away those bad habits from you, okay? Just take some nice deep breaths and follow the hand back and forth. Just nice deep breaths. There you go. And I am going to take away your bad habits from you, all right? Think of a specific bad habit that you'd like to let go, all right? Think of that one. Hold it in your mind. Very good. And I'm just going to take it away from you now, okay? Here we go. Got it. Oh, here it is. Your bad habit. Wow, it's very cute, but it's mine now. It's gone from you. You just feel the relief of letting go of that bad habit. Thank you for that. I will keep it with me, keep it safe, but it's out of your head now. And let's just do another one. Following my hands here. Focus on a bad habit you'd like to let go. Very good. In 3, 2, 1. Whoop. Oh, I got another one. There it is. Wow, this one's also pretty cute. I like it. Now I've got 2 of your bad habits. So just notice the difference in your body now that you've let go of these 2 bad habits. Let's just do one more. Okay, following my hand here. And 3, 2, 1. Reaching over here. Oh, this one seems to be confused. Very interesting. I wonder why this bad habit feels confused over the other ones. All right. And I think there is one last one in there we can grab. All right. And whoop. Got it. Oh, this one was a doozy. Feeling sick. All right. Well, now that I've got these lovely 4 bad habits of yours, I'll hold on to these so you guys don't have to worry about it. You can just live your bad habit-free life. I'll use them on my office desk just as little paperweights. But I hope you enjoyed that. Just little mindfulness experiments, feeling that nice lightness now that you've let go of all those worries. The question mark is to actually remind me of doing the right thing. That is why I use my little question mark here. But guys, what I'm going to say is that my big news is, I don't know how much I can say, but let's just say our community has been making some waves with YouTube. They have reached out to me personally. That's right. Specifically, they really are interested in the live streams. They're saying that they're doing really well. They love to see how interactive they are. So basically, we have met some. Again, like, I don't want to share too much, but basically YouTube reached out to me, and they're basically going to be watching the live streams. So guys, if you could give them big thumbs up for the next few weeks, if you can join in the live streams, that would mean a lot to me, because if we kind of, I don't know how much I can say. Yeah, so if you could just interact a lot in the live streams, that would be great. You know, lots of comments, lots of likes, hearts, what have you. It would be super helpful because YouTube is noticing and we're making waves, guys. Thanks to you. Super exciting. And hopefully I can tell you more after April 1st. Yeah, that's when I'll be getting the big news, guys. All right. Well, I will keep you updated. Very mysterious news, I know. But let me tell you, this is all thanks to you. I couldn't have done it without you. So I really do appreciate all that you've done. What a wonderful community we have built up here. Again, I'm getting emotional. How wonderful it's been to have talked with you guys, and what we're building, I think, is very special. And I'm glad YouTube has acknowledged that too, right? All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. I hope you all have a great day. And thanks, Sachin. Thanks, David and Matt. Yeah, it's very intriguing, isn't it? I really hope I get to share more later. Hopefully they give me the green light too. I appreciate that, Vicus. Yeah, we're doing it, guys. We're doing the dang thing. We're making it happen. I could not believe to hear from YouTube was insane. Very wild. Thank you, Andrea. Yeah, all thanks to you guys. Seriously, take care. I've got a lot of plan now. I want to really impress the YouTube people. So expect some really high quality stuff coming out. I can't wait to continue making this an awesome, awesome community. All right, take care.